Hello, my name is Kuih Malayan. You can also call me Clement. And tomorrow I'll be boothing at this event called Dojin Fest at Heartlands. So the organizers had allowed us creators to set up the night before, and that tonight I'll be going over. The location is at Safwa Tampines, which just so happen to be very near where I'm staying. So it's convenient for me, but because it's one of those locations which I would say is less familiar of a place to set up an artist alley, I am not sure how well received it will be, but I'm still very excited because it's also the first time the organizer is doing Dojin Fest, their first event. The unfortunate part is that I don't have a lot of new merchandise because the last 3 months I had been attending events back to back. 2 weeks ago I was at Makers Market, which I have a video, but it's not ready because there's no time for me to edit the video. So most likely you will see that sometime later. I can't say when. The good thing, however, is that after this event, after the 2-day event, I will have a huge downtime from mid-September all the way to my next event, which will be the end of the year, December. So that's about 2.5 months, and ideally the 2.5 months I will be using it to prepare more exciting things, and perhaps the biggest thing would be the book, the Kuih book. I'm doing this for those who are unfamiliar that I have been working on this book, and I hope to finish it by the end of this year. But then besides that, I have done a couple of things. I have added in new stickers for my Kaiho Live Botan here, Asuki, Kyla, added a signboard, Himalayan. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Very important is that I'm sharing my book. First time sharing with her, and her name is UX Mai. I'm probably just going to call her Mai for this video. Mai, is that how you pronounce it? I haven't asked. So it's most likely just call her Mai, and she's an awesome artist. Does really good stuff. So if you like things like Honkai Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, then head over to her socials. I will drop those links in my description, so go over there, take a look. You will be amazed. I guarantee you that. So yeah, that's it. I will move my things. I've already done the preparation, so that's you can see here. So it's like I have this board here that I prepared my luggage and a tripod stand. So yeah, I will be going over to the event venue and then catch you later. Okay, see ya. So here we are at the venue. In collaboration with Safwa, the event had put aside plenty of prizes to give out for STEM Valley participants. Definitely a plus to help artists to push for more sales. This was a small venue that was actually repurposed from a badminton court, and I really appreciate that Dojin Fest left a lot of space in between for us to walk and loiter around. So here I am on my way to the venue on the event day itself. Spotted plenty of signage and directions for this event along the way. I was late and the event had already opened their doors by the time I got there. Time for a quick transition while I set up the remainder of my booth. Ta-da! And now we are ready for Dojin Fest. Let's go! As you can see, I still don't have a lot of products to sell. I need to make more! Look at my wonderful range of merchandise. He was such a hard worker throughout the entire 2 days of event. I swear I don't remember my ever leaving the table during the day, not even for toilet or meal breaks. And on top of that, she also perfectly filled in for me during the numerous times I left the booth for the most random reasons. At this point, it has become a tradition for me to have McD breakfast for events. Yummy. Quick note, most of my footage was taken on day 2 as I was too tired to record any on day 1. Okay, thank you. So let me now bring you on a tour around the first Douyin Fest. Let's go.
Every single written means ever they come
You dare to show like that, I'll take a video of it. Oh, he won't know lah. Yeah, okay. Normally they will have like... Yeah. Okay, they go and perform now. No, because the timing was... Yeah. Apart from the artist hall, the event even had separate stage for performances as well as mini-game booths. Those were definitely good to have around. Found a window with a good top-down view of the entire event floor. Very useful for assassinations. Yeah, so how's the event?
Really good.
Pretty good, okay.
Actually quite a good crowd.
Okay.
My expectations actually.
Yeah, you can maybe what was your initial expectation?
Actually, I was expecting like not really much crowd and nothing much going on and stuff. Because the venue is kind of out there, like Tampines West. It's not really a usual city area like usual normal conventions are. Yeah, and because it's a new event, so I wasn't really expecting many people to even hear about this. This is new.
Okay, that's good to know, Yeah, so now it's 4:43. We are supposed to close at 5 p.m. So it's almost time for closing. This is what it looks like, the crowd. Yeah, thank you. And that's a wrap for the first Dozin Fest event at SAFRA Tampines. Yeah! Clap, 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 clap. Here I'll be talking about my thoughts on the event over a time lapse of a chibi drawing I did of Hololive 4th generation Himemori Luna. To summarize it, I really enjoyed the general atmosphere of Dozin Fest. It had this homely, grassroots feel that you normally don't get from the larger, more corporate-like conventions nowadays. It felt very cozy, more intimate, and just really approachable from a visitor's point of view. To me, and I speak for many other creators too, it seemed like Dozin Fest simply popped out of nowhere. An unknown group with no associated background or history to the local artist scene. They appeared on Instagram with a fresh account and advertised that they will be organizing their first ever Dozin Fest event. Us creators had so many questions. Who were they? Where were they from? Could we trust them enough? Even leading up to the day before the actual event, I had some friends confiding to me that they were still cautious and skeptical of the event. And who can blame them, because newer events tend to be a huge hit or miss. After experiencing the 2 days of Dozin Fest myself, I'm happy to say that we had indeed landed a hit. There were plenty of things they did great, especially when you take into consideration that it was the first event by this team. I have a lot of good things to say about this event, and it would just drag out the video far too long if I were to list everything down. To summarize, if you are a Singapore-based creator who is into making anime-related fan merch, even if you are just starting out, I would recommend Dozin Fest to you. It is a good entry point for convention beginners, although do consider sharing your table with a friend, as the table rent is not the cheapest out there. The first Dozin Fest was priced at $250 per table for 2 days, but I would consider this as affordable since the organizers pretty much gave back by providing all those goodies like STEM Valley, comfortable venue, numerous activities and professional cosplayer guests, along with all the active staff support. Event was free admission too, so they really only got the revenue from the table rent. And that's all from me. Thank you Dozin Fest team as well as their co-organizer SAFRA Tampines for making this humble yet wonderful event a possibility. I look forward to the next Heartlands area that Dozin Fest will be at, and here's hoping that their second event will be just as good as the first, if not better. See you, and this is Kueh Malayan signing out.